Hey everyone, welcome.
3, 2, 1, action.
Hey everyone, welcome back to the Movie Fanatics. I'm Braden and
I'm Brennick.
And today we are here with our good friend. This is Adam. Adam, say hi.
Hello everyone.
And today we're going to do a series of videos talking about all three trilogies of Star Wars. Let's get into it. With the prequels, Adam, what's your opinion of what's your base opinion of the prequels?
My base opinion of the prequels is that the prequels are a very good movie trilogy. However, they're not the best Star Wars trilogy, because that's obviously the original trilogy. They are better than the sequel trilogy, with...
Oh no. Brannick, I know you're dying over here. What's your
I'll let you go. Keep going.
Well, Phantom Menace, not a great movie by any stretch. Attack of the Clones, a very solid movie. And Revenge of the Sith, I love Revenge of the Sith. That's a great movie to me. I grew up on that movie. Alright, Brannick.
My turn?
Yeah, it's your turn.
Oh, I hate the prequels so much. The Phantom Menace, that's like one of my least favorite movies ever made.
Oh,
Attack of the Clones
hurts.
is almost, it's not as, it's a little better. And Revenge of the Sith, I like that one. That one's the one that, like, that's the problem with the prequels, that I can't say, oh, they're bad movies, because one of them's, like, kind of not. I like Revenge of the Sith.
I'm more on Adam's opinion. I think the Phantom Menace it's fine. It's not terrible. Like, there are worse movies. Attack of the Clones is fun. I don't care. I think it's dumb fun, and I love it. And Revenge of the Sith is actually pretty amazing. So,
Cool.
let's start with the Phantom Menace, gentlemen.
I say we let Brannick just go for a while.
Yeah.
And let our thoughts follow after.
Yes. And my
Alright.
cat is stuck in here. I should probably let him out.
No, it's okay. Unless you want to leave. In which case, Phantom Menace lover, you can get out. Star Wars The Phantom Menace is the most disappointing thing since my son.
I don't think George Lucas ever said that.
You've ever seen the Mr. Plinkett review? That's a good video. It's like an hour long.
Star Wars The Phantom Menace was the most disappointing thing since my son.
Alright, yeah, I don't like that movie. You know, there's always those people who talk about how, you know, I
need
watched it
more
when I was
coffee
a
for
kid,
this.
watched it when I was young, and then I grew up and I thought I kind of realized that it wasn't very good. But I've hated the Phantom Menace since I first watched it when I was like 8.
I'm more on Adam's opinion. I think the Phantom Menace it's fine. It's not terrible. Like, there are worse movies. Attack of the Clones is fun. I don't care. I think it's dumb fun, and I love it. And Revenge of the Sith is actually pretty amazing. So,
Cool.
let's start with the Phantom Menace, gentlemen.
I say we let Brannick just go for a while.
Yeah.
And let our thoughts follow after.
Yes. And my
Alright.
cat is stuck in here. I should probably let him out.
No, it's okay. Unless you want to leave. In which case, Phantom Menace lover, you can get out. Star Wars The Phantom Menace is the most disappointing thing since my son.
I don't think George Lucas ever said that.
You've ever seen the Mr. Plinkett review? That's a good video. It's like an hour long. Alright, yeah, I don't like that movie. You know, there's always those people who talk about how, you know, I
need
watched it
more
when I
coffee
was a
for
kid,
this.
watched it when I was young, and then I grew up and I thought I kind of realized that it wasn't very good. But I've hated the Phantom Menace since I first watched it when I was like 8. It's boring. It's poorly written. The acting's like...
Except you, Ewan
pretty
McGregor.
bad. He's only okay, and he doesn't do anything in that movie. He's bad. He definitely is better
You're
in the next
trash,
two.
thank
And Phantom Menace is okay. The Jar Jar Binks,
I can't. I
he's
argue.
there. There's... What else is in that movie?
Darth Maul's cool.
Darth Maul is kind of cool.
Oh.
Come on!
He
wow.
doesn't do anything. He just
I got
looks
the
cool.
Funko Pop back there.
He's cool when they like make him into a character, but he was just like some guy in that movie. He's cool in like the Clone Wars and stuff.
But we're not talking about the Clone Wars.
Exactly, and he's not cool in this movie.
But what about the ending lightsaber fight?
That doesn't. That's just flashy choreography. There's no emotion behind it.
I'm
like
the
in
only one
original.
that loves the fight? Wow.
I will not stand for hatred on the Duel of Fates.
Duel of the Fates is brilliant.
I think the only
the
redeeming
music.
thing about the Phantom Menace, well, in terms of your opinion, it appears to be John Williams' score.
The music. Well, what else is there's like probably other good stuff. There's the music.
Ewan McGregor.
Ewan McGregor's pretty good.
Darth Maul.
The choreography is impressive. I'll give you that. The Darth Maul is like, he's got cool horns.
Okay, Adam,
All right, Adam, go ahead.
fire away.
All right.
Oh God.
So I just watched this movie a couple days ago, so I got a fresh opinion on this.
I mean, I
movie.
haven't seen it in 2 years, so.
So,
Good.
The Phantom Menace.
Oh God. Here we go.
So, the way this movie starts is pretty good. I actually like the way it starts. It's a good opening scene to
Now,
get
there
you
are two
excited
of
for
them.
the prequels. But
There are two
when
of them.
they move to Naboo, that's where things get so boring for so long. Because they go to Naboo, they meet Jar Jar, the worst character in Star Wars history.
That's debatable.
I don't know. What about? No, yeah.
Yeah,
Mega in the Bad Batch sucks.
true.
She's so cute.
But we're not talking about
We're
Bad
not.
Batch
We're
today.
We're talking about a better Star Wars movie.
So, then, Naboo is so boring. When they go to Tatooine, it actually speeds up a little bit, because the pod race is pretty cool. I actually kind of like young Anakin in this movie. Like, he's cute, he does his
Lloyd.
purpose. The Darth Maul jumping them when they're going to the ship, that's
Yeah.
pretty cool. I like that scene. Then they go back to Coruscant, and it gets so boring for so long. And then the only redeeming quality at the end is the battle for Naboo and the fight scene between Maul and the two Jedi, Duel of Fates.
Duel of
Love
Fate.
that
That's pretty
duel, but
You've reminded me about that stuff I like. Because pod race is fun. The Darth Maul ambush, that's pretty cool.
Even though Qui-Gon cheats the pod race,
He did what he had to do.
they still pretty cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think like what Jake Lloyd was bullied for that wasn't fair.
Yeah,
He's
I
not-
think he's on drugs now.
Yeah, his life kind of fell apart. He's not great, but like he's not like
he's just a kid.
he's just a kid, exactly. Yeah,
The funny thing about the Phantom Menace is that the bloopers are more entertaining than the actual movie itself.
it's true.
Anyway, is it my turn?
Your turn.
Oh, great. Oh, Jesus.
Phantom Menace.
On Adam, I'm not gonna piggyback on everything he said. The opening 20 minutes, I love it. Great. It's just getting out of hand now. They have two of them.
Mhm.
Anyway, the opening is great. I love it. Naboo is boring. Jar Jar is terrible. I do like the visuals of the underwater thing. I think that's pretty
True.
cool. The visuals are awesome. Coruscant is terrible. The ending is. I love the storming of the palace. I think that's really cool. And the fight, I could take or leave the space battle. I don't care. A young Anakin flying around. This is pod race.
This is pod race.
I hate that line. And Tatooine is fine. I think it's a fun segment. The best part of it is when Maul jumps Qui-Gon. Yeah, the Phantom Menace, it's fine. You can sit through it in a couple of sittings.
Unless you're Branagh.
With pain.
Unless they're Branagh. I can sit through it. It's probably the Blu-ray I reach for the least if I'm going to watch a Star Wars movie like this box set. It's probably the Blu-ray I'm going to reach for the least out of the 6. But it's fine. It's fine. It's C-. Adam, do you have a grade for it?
I'm gonna give it a solid C. It's like right in the middle for me.
Yeah.
Not great, not
God,
terrible.
Branagh, here you go.
Wait, we don't hold it. This is it. That's all the Phantom Menace gets.
Well, is there more?
Do you want to keep going on the Phantom?
All right,
Menace?
Palpatine makes no sense in this movie.
Oh.
So he's
I need
making a blockade
more caffeine
for
for this.
trade, I guess. And then that's because he wants to be Chancellor. He wants to create a crisis so that Chancellor Valorum has a vote of no confidence. But then he also wants Amidala to sign a treaty that makes the blockade legal, which would erase the crisis, meaning you don't need a vote of no confidence. And then Valorum's like, oh, well, we're hearing about this, thing that the Jedi are telling us about, a big trade dispute. But, go see if that's actually happening, even though he sent the Jedi in the first place.
Okay, this movie. What? Oh my God.
I was thinking more.
I do want to touch on one more thing.
Go.
Go ahead.
So, you brought up the flying scene. I do like that scene, although some of the lines are kind of
Which, the space
horrible.
battle?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I like this scene, not in the sense of the movie almost, but it sets up Anakin's backstory as a pilot and sets up his backstory with some cool little things that you can think back to and be like, oh, even when he was just a kid, he was already excelling everyone else in doing these things.
Yeah.
So I like that aspect of it.
Yeah.
And like Braden said earlier, like the effects for Naboo, but like really the effects for the whole movie for coming out in '99, it's
The one
looks
scene
beautiful.
that dates to terribly is when the droid tanks crest over the hill.
oh yeah,
That looks
that
awful. That
kinda weird,
looks
yeah.
very weird because the shadows are like off.
Yeah.
But other than that, the movie, the special effects side, it doesn't
Yeah.
age that badly.
I wish there was less CGI. Like I wish they did more practical effects. But that's just like personal taste.
You know, the ship that explodes in the hangar in the opening is a practical explosion.
Yeah, I think so is the droid control ship. That little like donut hole in the center blows up.
the donut hole. Yes. Okay. I have one other thing to say. Is that I watched Chris Stuckman's review of this movie, and we all love Chris Stuckman. He's funny. Don't we all? He's great. He said something that stuck with me and that I kind of agree with. As the movie starts and the dialogue starts, this movie is about Palpatine wants Queen Amidala to sign a paper.
Kind of.
That's what this movie's about.
That's like part of it.
It's about political squabbling, trade negotiations, and
Yeah.
peace treaty signings.
And
That's a direct quote from Chris, by the way.
That's the part that makes it so
It's-
boring.
it's so-
But that's the whole movie with a couple of action sequences sprinkled in.
It's so
Don't get me wrong,
complicated
though.
for no reason, just complicated just because, and it doesn't even make sense.
And who gives a crap?
Don't get me wrong, though. The movie's so boring, but I still like it. I still would watch this movie.
I don't even like boring doesn't even like.
It's my cats.
Yeah, the cat's out there. Like
Or they're playing.
like long stretches of like Return of the Jedi or like Endor is like not super endearing, but I
That's
still love
okay.
that.
We'll get there eventually.
I just let it
We'll
spark.
get there.
I don't know. And sometimes Empire's a little slow on Dagobah, but like there's more
True.
interesting stuff going on besides the action. But like people like spewing bad dialogue in a Senate chamber, that's I don't know. On the dialogue,
I will say, let's get there when we talk about Attack of the Clones.
it applies here. I think it does apply more to Attack of
Yeah.
the Clones.
As much as I love Natalie Portman as an actress, sorry, she's great. I love that person. She is really not good here.
Yeah.
She is, I think she's an Oscar award-winning actress, whatever. She's not good.
No,
Are we still on episode 1?
Episode
here?
1.
Yeah.
She is not good.
Man.
She is not good.
I watched that movie not remembering that aspect, and I was like, what is she doing? Every line is exactly the same.
Okay,
You're a funny little boy.
How do you know so much?
another thing that Chris Parrott mentioned is that all the performances are on the same level of
so
emotion.
flat.
It's like, my name is Obi-Wan Kenobi. My name's Qui-Gon Jinn. I'm Padme. They're on the same level of emotion.
Now this is pod racing.
Except for that line.
And that's the only line that and Obi-Wan's no.
And the part where Jar Jar goes, "Lisa going home."
I love, my favorite thing is like when they're at the dinner table and Jar Jar is
Oh my God.
getting food with his
Oh,
tongue.
no.
It's so stupid
Don't
when like
do that
Qui-Gon
Don't
grabs
do that again.
That's what he's. It's that level of emotion. So Liam Neeson's another great actor. He's
True.
there's no emotion.
They're all so flat. Like Ewan McGregor, Natalie Portman, like
Qui-Gon.
Qui-Gon Jinn, yeah, the famous actor.
I mean,
Liam
even
Neeson.
Ian McDermott is completely flat.
Yeah, he's not even too great in that. He's alright, but he's better when he's the Emperor than when he's Palpatine.
Yeah.
Just I don't know.
Oh, and then
Two
Samuel L.
films.
Jackson's 4 lines of dialogue. I think that's the best part of the movie.
Sitting around a person. You believe it's this boy?
An hour and like
No.
40 minutes of this movie is people sitting around in a room and talking about stupid things.
That is true.
Yeah.
Alright, anyway, let's move on. I think
Oh.
we've crapped on this movie enough.
2 out of 10. That's my ranking.
Oh, wow.
I gave it a
this-
C
I
minus.
hate this
Adam
movie
gave
so
it a
much.
C.
I remember there was like I had friends over when I was like 8 or 9, and then they're like, "Yeah, let's watch Star Wars," and I was like, "Great!" And I'm like reaching for Empire, and they're like, "Yes, let's watch The Phantom Menace." And I said like, "Oh yeah,
These
sure.
aren't my friends anymore.
These aren't my
Sure. In my head, I was like, "Oh, I don't like that
These
one."
are not these are not the friends that you're looking for.
They're not.
So, Attack of the Clones. Now, let me spiel
Here we
first,
go.
please. Please.
Jedi mullet. Let's
ahead.
get it.
Okay, the Attack of the Clones. I unabashedly, without remorse, love this movie.
Without remorse.
Without remorse, unabashedly don't care. It's kind of like Temple of Doom. I don't care. I love it. I've watched this movie since I was a kid. It's probably episode 2 and 5 are probably the ones I've watched the most. I don't care if people say it's boring. The dialogue doesn't bother me, save for a couple of scenes. All the actors improve, except one. Except the one that they choose to play Anakin.
Oh God.
Poor Hayden.
Poor Hayden.
Oh,
Hayden, you're great in episode 3.
Yeah.
Episode 2
episode
Hayden
2.
is not good.
Episode 3, he gets better.
Natalie Portman improves
Yeah, a little bit.
way more than she
Yeah.
was in episode 1. Ewan McGregor gives a great performance as
Oh
well.
yeah.
Great. Count Dooku's wasted. Let's just say.
Count Dooku is like just.
And
one of the-
he's played by Christopher Lee, who is one of the greatest actors ever.
And he's good
He's
for like what he has.
he's good in like the 4 scenes he's in.
Yeah, but Dooku like he doesn't like.
But can we just talk about the dialogue?
I don't like saying. That's another really great line from the movie.
There's many. My dad. Oh, I hate them.
I hate them.
What's your favorite line from Attack of the Clones?
He's holding me back!
He's just jealous! As he throws like a wrench or something.
No, then he like, she's like, it makes me uncomfortable, and then he gives like the creepiest
Sorry,
look of
my
all
lady.
time. Sorry, my lady.
That's the
He
thing.
is so creepy in this
don't know.
movie. I don't like it. I completely
Creeper
understand
face.
her point
I
of
know.
it makes me uncomfortable.
Okay,
I'm
Because it makes me uncomfortable.
The romance in that movie, like everyone's talked about to the end of time, but like it's so.
Natalie Portman is like trying, and it just doesn't work.
Then there's just Hayden.
Hate it. Okay, that
Poor
creeper
Hayden.
face.
The creeper-
It's so bad.
I don't like. I don't know if it's the most endearing thing. If you're trying to get a girl, I wouldn't bring up the time you slaughtered a village of men, women, and children in front of her. But I guess it worked. So
It
maybe
does
do that.
work, I guess.
Okay.
I don't know.
Can-
What's another good line?
Okay, all the stuff on Camino,
Think of
I
one.
love.
Yeah,
Camino
true.
and Obi-Wan,
Django.
love it.
I'm just a simple man trying to make my way in the universe.
He doesn't sound like he's half British, but
I'm sorry, I can't do impressions.
what's your? I don't know anymore about Attack of the Clones. I don't know how to start,
That's so. It's like it is better than the Phantom Menace.
It is.
but not in dialogue.
That's like saying like
that apples are better than oranges.
no, because those are both like good.
But apples are better.
Apples are better.
than oranges.
See, that's the
true,
thing.
that's true. It's like eating like grass instead of mud.
Oh, wow.
It's like, yeah.
Yeah, it's like the same like flat like CG backgrounds all over the
No,
place.
I love the special effects in this movie.
They're
In episode 2?
Yeah.
they're like I mean sometimes, but like sometimes.
I mean, the last time
Use
I
a
watched
practical
it,
model once in a while.
I watched it a year ago, I think, and I watched it on our 4K TV in our main area downstairs. It looks good.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie.
I mean, the effects are pretty, but like if you look at something like the original trilogy, because of all those like handmade like puppets and there's so much life in there, and like all like the CG backgrounds
They
and all these
tried with
movies,
Yoda and they
they're so
changed
flat.
it.
They're flat and like boring.
Have you have you seen Prequel's puppet Yoda? It's terrifying.
Oh,
The
yes!
Phantom Menace.
Before
Oh.
they like remastered him,
I'm glad they
he
did that.
was so scary. I saw a meme that was like Yoda and then Yoda after death sticks. And it was the puppet of Yoda.
Oh, he looks great.
I also
Okay.
want to throw out one comparison that I noticed the other day.
Yeah, what is it?
I was watching Ambush, the first episode of the Clone Wars.
Mhm.
The first episode that follows episode 2. And Ventress uses the exact same trick on Yoda that Count Dooku uses at the very end of the movie. Very end of the movie, first episode, they both cause a distraction to fall on someone. That way Yoda has to catch
Oh.
something as they run away.
There we go.
There we go.
There it is.
Oh my god. Yeah, episode 2 is a movie. It's not like the Phantom Menace where you like know like where to like start talking about it. With Attack of the Clones, you don't know.
No,
Yeah.
I really don't.
It's kind of a big mess, and it's less boring.
It's a pretty mess,
It's yeah.
if you want to say that.
The romance is bad. The romance is bad. The romance theme is good. The music in all these movies is great.
Yeah, the music in
Yeah.
all of them's amazing.
Yoda with a lightsaber is weird. The lightsaber fight at the end is
Do a
kinda
barrel
weird.
roll. Do another barrel roll. Okay, The
My
climax,
Yoda
I think,
death
is...
sound impression.
I
My-
liked it.
Thank you.
I mean, see, I like...
Thank you.
He said he wasn't good at impressions.
That one you just kind of scream.
I get a lot of flack for this, but I kind of like the conveyor belt action sequence.
Oh man.
I kind of enjoy it
It's
for,
alright.
for what it is. Like, if you watch, like, behind the scenes of it, it's just blue boxes, and George Lucas is instructing Natalie Portman to, like, walk under and over them, and he says something like, I think this is just a mean joke. This isn't actually in the movie. And George is like, no, we'll make it look good.
It's in the movie.
It doesn't look good.
Yeah, that's it is. That's weird. The whole it's so weird.
Do you know about Ghost Anakin, who walks through a door? Have you seen that?
Oh yeah, yeah. 'Cause
That's in the final film.
he doesn't duck his head in time, so he goes through like the CGI door animation. Good
This-
times.
The one thing I can say, they were trying more here. In ways. In ways.
little.
In ways.
A little.
Honestly, as far as the CGI goes, I think the Phantom Menace looks more pretty
Really?
and better
Really?
than Attack of the Clones. As far as like Naboo, the
Oh, Naboo,
underwater
okay, yeah.
stuff.
Naboo is gorgeous.
Naboo in Episode 1 is one of the better CGI things they've
Yeah,
done.
probably.
Yeah, I
I-
will say that the climax is great. I love the whole arena.
The arena's good. I love
The arena.
arena.
The monsters are cool.
It's alright. I like the monster fight. That's
The-
that's one of the only times they like take the lightsabers away from the characters and have them
Mhm.
like have to like fight like using their like own like that was cool.
I do like. I do find it funny that during the conveyor belt, Padme is just like running away, and
True.
she's armed. Like she is armed. She has
And then
a
she
gun.
just falls in a bowl.
That makes
Yeah.
always on. She falls in a bowl.
It's bullshit.
She does. She
That's
dances
true.
with the Geonosian and falls in a bowl.
I guess she does. You're right. Yeah.
But the lightsaber fight's okay.
it's fine.
I love the whole part where the
I'm
lights
taking
go
it now.
out. No, Anakin, no! the whole lights.
The lights
like,
going out.
But
is
I
really
love that
cool.
part.
When he's got
But
the
it-
two and it's
but
just
it's-
showing the colors.
But I
across
love
his
that.
face.
Vroom, 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 vroom.
Yeah.
That's like all they're doing.
I gotta
True.
I gotta give Christopher Lee credit for giving a good performance, but Count Dooku as a character, he's no Darth Maul. He's not that bad.
No.
But he doesn't. He's
I
he's
love
just
the-
Dooku.
I
He's
lo-
like all the prequel villains, like Dooku, Maul, Grievous.
Oh, I love.
They're so
Grievous.
much
I like
cooler in
Grievous.
other things.
Yeah.
There's like Grievous. He's probably my favorite out of the three.
Yeah.
But like
It's because like
they don't like do anything.
Count Dooku doesn't really intimidate you at all in the prequels. He's just
Yeah.
kind of an old guy with a lightsaber.
He's just an old guy.
But in the Clone Wars, he's a good villain who like
Yeah.
he does good things in that show.
yeah.
I like him in that.
I
but
love the
I
ob-
understand what you're saying.
I love the obvious stunt doubles.
Oh yeah, they like you can see like Christopher Lee. They tried to like CG his face on there, and yeah, because the stunt double had to like because Yoda was CGI, you just kind of like fight with nothing, and for that like I'll respect that. But like I don't think Yoda like should use a lightsaber. I don't think
Yeah.
that's in his character, especially after like he gives that
Remember-
beautiful thing about the Force and Empire Strikes Back.
It's not here. It's
Yeah.
here, right?
But then like he's just like all right.
Hey, that's before the Empire Strikes Back.
That's
Um,
he grew he grew to hate lightsabers.
Notice the disappearing cane. He throws it down, and then the next shot, the cane is just gone.
It's like the chair in The Shining.
It is
and it
like
comes
the-
back.
All right, grade. Is there anything more you want to talk about with Attack of the Clones?
I feel like I have more to say about the Phantom Menace than the Attack of the Clones. It's just kind of like, it's like still bad lines, worse lines. I even
Yeah.
acting's still not great. Ewan McGregor's much better.
Oh yeah.
Hayden Christensen's not quite there yet. Natalie Portman's a little better. Christopher Lee's fine. Tamara Morrison is okay.
Ian McDermott is better.
McDermott's better.
There's one thing during the opening when they are chasing Zam Wessel and they go into the cantina. I do like the part when the music picks up the suspenseful part and the camera shot is making it look like she's stalking Anakin. Like she's
Yeah.
about
Yes.
to get Anakin.
That was
And then at the last second it's Obi-Wan. I like that part.
I
You
actually
want
remember
some
something.
death sticks?
You don't want some death. You
I
actually
wanted
brought
to,
that up.
yes.
You brought up like that whole like scene, and one thing I don't get. This is kind of like a nitpick, but it's like a small thing because another problem is that characters like they don't always make like sense. Like it seems like it's out of character for Obi-Wan to dive out a window and grab a little
Full
robot.
send. He full sends out the
Like
window.
Anakin should have done that, right? Because he's all headstrong, but he's the reasonable one who goes and gets a car.
But I love the moment where Anakin dives out of the car hundreds of feet in the air, and Obi-Wan goes, I hate it when he does that.
He does that all the time.
This is after they Obi-Wan and Anakin have this whole conversation about Anakin's like, we're here to find the killer. Obi-Wan's like, no, we're not. We're here to protect her. Sees
And
Droid.
they both leave.
Yeah, you did the same thing, bro. You jumped out a window.
Obi-Wan doesn't think for a second. He full sends.
He also says like a line that I hate.
What,
It's
this
one of my
weapon is your
least.
life?
Yeah, how'd you know? I hate that line so much.
your life.
No, it's not. You're not soldiers. Mace Windu said that. I know you
This
guys
is
are
not
like,
Full Metal Jacket.
yeah, this is my rifle. There are many like it, but this one is mine. This is my lightsaber.
Okay, but
And then he breaks it.
Then he breaks it. It's
I
not your
want
life.
I want to
Shut
know
up, baby.
how many lightsabers Anakin's broken in his time.
Probably like one.
No, he's probably broken more than one.
Doesn't he not just get like his like Revenge of the Fifth one, and then that's
He
the
does.
one? Revenge
Oh,
of
yeah.
the Fifth. I can't talk.
Revenge of the Fifth is May
Revenge of
5th.
the Fifth. Yeah.
It's May 5th. But yeah, Obi-Wan full sends out the window.
Yeah.
I wanna add a yeet. Like, yeet! As he dives out the window.
All right, we'll see what I can do.
Alright.
All right.
Yeet!
Hey, welcome back. That edit was after it was requested Braden. Braden requested it.
All right,
And I
Adam.
oblige. All right, let's do the ranking.
Grade?
I'm giving it a B minus to B.
I gotta go with the same thing. B minus to B. Brannick?
3 out of 10. It's a little better.
3?
3.
Oh, wow.
That hurt my heart.
Don't like this movie a lot. It's not. It's not the worst, but it is the second worst.
Okay, well now I'm mad.
I have to disagree. 2 of the sequel trilogy would tell a different story.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
We'll get there.
Ooh, when we get to the Last Jedi, that's when things get fun.
Oh, I hate that movie.
Okay, let's. Nah, it's not. We're not
We're
there
not there
yet.
yet. We have more. We have.
Now,
It's a little while from now. Now the good one. Here we go.
now the magnum opus of the origin of the prequel trilogy of the magnum opus of the prequel trilogy
Well, that's easy.
is Revenge of the Sith.
Oh, it's not the Phantom Menace.
He's putting the Anakin glove on.
Grab the glove.
He grabbed the glove. So, this movie.
It's better. It's an improvement. I feel like they might have been trying a little harder with Attack of the Clones, but I think there's more evidence here that George Lucas was trying harder here. He's
I
trying to get
love
the glove
this
on.
movie. This movie is amazing.
I like it.
All
I
right,
don't know if I love it, but I like it.
Let's start with Adam.
Well, I'm just gonna say, if you're a kid who likes Star Wars between the ages of 9 and 13,
This movie.
this is gonna be your favorite Star
Yep.
Wars movie.
Yeah.
Yep.
Because this is the most action-packed Star Wars movie
Mhm.
of any of the 9.
Yeah.
Hands down.
That's
This
true.
is like action after action after action. There's little breaks in between, but for the most part, it just keeps going. There's like,
The pace is better than episode 2.
I'm trying to
It's definitely
quick
better.
count in my mind. There's at least 4 lightsaber fights in
Yeah.
this movie,
And they're
maybe
all cool.
more.
They're all very cool.
Like
5.
5? Yeah, the Anakin Obi-Wan one is great because there's a lot of emotion. In that one.
Grievous.
That's what I've been wanting for is like emotion behind these fights because so far that's kind of been lacking.
Mhm.
But and then there's not a whole lot between Yoda and Palpatine, but I just like how experimental that fight gets. But
Mhm.
it's not just like they're like throwing pods at each other and like lightning blocking. That was cool. I
But-
like the line that Windu says in the Palpatine fight. I like Palpatine's faces. I like where he goes,
No.
"You have lost," and then he goes, "No,
No.
I love the stab emotions. The
Yeah, he makes funny faces. He's also like.
I love the CGI Palpatine
I was about
flipping
to say,
off
like Ian McDermott's being all old, and then he a CGI version of him does like a gainer.
the Backlund Gator
Yeah.
in the trash can.
It's better. I do like that there's more action, but it also has I think my favorite scene in the entire trilogy, which is the one where Anakin and Padme are they're just kind of right before Anakin decides that he's gonna go risk it all and interfere with the arrest, and he just starts crying.
Yeah.
And you can feel like he's sensing Padme. Maybe she's even sensing him back, or somewhat, or maybe she's just worried. That's there's a lot of subtlety there.
Yeah.
I really like that scene, and the music is okay. I know we said we wouldn't talk about the music, but this is my favorite film score ever made.
Wait, like in general, like ever?
Of all. Revenge of the Fifth.
Like
I
in
cannot say that
movies-
word. I cannot say the word with my retainer.
Wait, hold on. Like,
Revenge of the Fifth.
movies in general?
Movies in general. I love those movies.
Ooh, I
There's,
think Empire Strikes Back is tied for me in terms of Star Wars scores.
it goes off like at all times. Have you ever heard Grievous Arrives on Utapau?
Oh yeah.
It plays during the
Dun,
scene.
dun, dun,
Yeah.
Dun, dun.
It's like there's this gorgeous chorus. It plays when Grievous arrives on Utapau, and it's literally like this like haunting, like beautiful choir like going off, and it's literally just him like kind of walking. He just kind of like gets off a ship. It's crazy. Battle of the Heroes is better than Duel of the Fates, and You Can Fight Me. Anakin's Dark Deeds, Anakin's Betrayal. There's a lot of the funeral theme at the end, and then it turns into The Empire Strikes Back. How they're building The Empire Strikes Back. The Imperial March.
I mean,
right as they're
I
building
love
the
that
Death Star.
movie.
That's a better movie.
Can I just say something that the bloopers? There's one blooper for this movie that's hilarious. That's when it's Obi-Wan is talking to Padme after Anakin has turned, and 3PO just walks like through a ramp.
Oh yeah.
And like falls through it, and they're trying to so much like stay in character.
Is that the scene? Is that the I'm so sorry scene?
Yes.
I love that scene. That's like
That scene.
That's one of like Ewan's like just best line deliveries. Is that I'm so sorry.
sorry.
And then he put in the music swells. Ooh.
He's the. I love the pause. It's the. He's the. The father is.
Anakin is the father, isn't he?
Then he pauses. And he's like, "I'm so
I'm
sorry."
so sorry.
Great.
The Anakin Obi-Wan fight is my favorite lightsaber duel in the entire 9 films.
It's up there.
I
It's
like
up there for me.
Luke and Vader and Empire just a little bit more.
I'm a Luke and Vader and Return of the Jedi kind of guy.
Yeah, so all of our favorite lightsaber fights are different. Anyway, final thoughts on Revenge of the Sith.
Everyone just all right. That'll be me then. It is an improvement for the prequels. There's still the dialogue. It's better.
Obi-Wan's
It's not-
dialogue is good.
It's not great. There are still all those lines that everyone makes fun of. Like, I am the Senate. I have the high ground. I think one of my favorite Anakin lines is when he goes, "Don't make me kill you."
You will try.
I will do what I must. Yeah, Natalie Portman is
Better.
I don't know. She's probably
A
the
little
same.
bit.
A little better. Ewan McGregor really shines. Hayden Christensen actually
Better.
is like good in this
He
movie.
probably got some acting lessons
probably
in
did,
between
yeah.
2 and
Not
3.
George's
yeah.
acting lessons.
But I think my biggest problem with this movie, I guess we're not done with the discussion because I remembered like the big problem, is actually Anakin's fall to the dark side, which is the point of the movie.
Yeah.
It's kind of weird
He
how
kinda,
it
like-
does it.
He switches on the dime.
It-
It could
like-
have been done much better.
He has a dream that his wife dies, and then he's like, all right, I will kill children now.
no, it's the fact that he goes from, I'm turning you over, to 10 minutes later, he kills Mace
I will do
Windu.
whatever you ask.
To that, and you're like, wait, what? Also, the Palpatine's faces are just like the most weird, like creeper, like.
Bro, his face after he just got
Good.
scarred.
I like-
His forehead is so big in that scene, bro.
Okay, I would have loved. Okay, it's funny how there's not a second where he's like, my face is screwed.
Yeah.
Like I would have been like, oh crap.
Anakin,
He doesn't-
pass me a mirror.
He does not care. He does not care.
The entire Senate like goes along with the fact that Palpatine is so clearly evil now. He's like, the Jedi took over, and then
And I
they're
know-
like, yeah, all right.
And I don't care what anyone says. There was no face shield around his face. His face got scarred by lightning.
Yeah.
That's my opinion.
I like where he like comes up with Darth Vader's name like there on the spot.
He's like, Darth
Vader.
Vader. He's like,
Vader.
Are you having an asthma attack?
The Force is strong
No,
with you.
Pulls out like an inhaler. The Force is
Strong with you. Why does he? He says like a powerful Sith you will become, and I don't know why he just like pulls like Yoda talk. I don't know.
Powerful city will become.
But I don't like. He just kind of decides on a whim to like betray everyone he knows and loves,
that was 10
just
minutes
because.
before I'm turning you over to the Jedi
Yeah.
Council.
and like then after Palpatine's like, yeah, your wife died, and he's like, well, I already got the suit. I guess I'll be evil for the rest of my life. until like 30 seconds before I die.
All right.
I don't know. That doesn't really make. That never made like too much sense to me.
The funny thing is that people are always like, "Why don't you watch the Clone Wars?" Yeah, but it's the thing where like the Clone Wars didn't exist in 2005.
Yeah, exactly.
And so if you're watching the movies and you don't want to watch the TV show, which you should, it's great.
It's very good.
Best TV show ever made, but besides the point.
But you shouldn't have to watch another completely different thing to understand what happens
Exactly.
in a movie.
Yeah.
That's the one flaw with Revenge of the Sith.
That's the thing. It's that like, unfortunately, the Clone Wars is great and it does add a lot to the prequel like time period and the characters. It like Anakin is like at his best in the Clone Wars. Obi-Wan's probably at his best in the Clone Wars. Ahsoka is like, well, she's just in the Clone Wars. But like, unfortunately, it doesn't make the movie any better. And it's still good.
Even Anakin's fall to the dark side in the Clone Wars feels so much more real.
Yeah, exactly.
At the end, like in season 7, when
Mhm.
when you're hearing about it all,
Yeah.
that feels so much more real
Mhm.
than like, yeah, I'll turn evil real
Why
quick.
not?
He decides to be evil, but like, yeah, his acting is better. I really do like the "I hate you" line. He
I
puts
hate
so
you.
much like hate
True.
into that line. Now I've
Ewan?
always liked
That dialogue there from Ewan.
Is the best acting of the like his.
That was a great
his
scene.
Brother Anakin.
I loved you. Oh.
Oh,
I remember like I watched that when I was younger, and I thought I was like sad for days.
dude,
He's,
when
like,
you
crying
watch
in
the
that
Clone
scene.
Wars
Yeah.
and then watch that, it's
Oh
the
my God.
most sad thing.
Order 66 is like kind of sad, like if you haven't seen the Clone Wars.
Yeah.
But once you know
The
all
Clone
those
Wars
characters,
is much more
and
sad.
then you remember like Plo Koon, like oh clones aren't dispensable, not to me, and then he just gets killed.
Boom, boom.
Yeah.
Okay.
He dies. That was the ship gun.
Cutie Mooney. Cutie Mooney gets shot by a couple of Clone
He just
troopers.
says,
and Ahsoka flees an entire squadron, getting shot from all angles. But
she also
that's-
had Rex and Maul, though. That's the difference.
That's true.
Yeah, but in the little like room there,
Mm-hmm. Right.
she should have probably been
No.
killed.
But it's
No.
all. It's
and
it is an actual
real logic.
Yeah, I don't. There's like a bunch. There's like also a couple little things like
Oh.
if Palpatine just like said like hey kill Dooku, that would have been a fantastic time for Dooku to be like all right, he's a Sith Lord. He didn't though. That's a good that's good for that's a good Anakin moment where he
Christopher Lee's
he
face.
neglect what's the
Casts aside his
Refuses.
beliefs.
what's the word
He-
what's
he
the
refuses.
word he
refuses.
no it's like shoot he begrudgingly what's the word he
That word.
what is the word I'm thinking of
Oh.
he
Okay, but I love.
no I gotta think of the word keep going I'll think of the word
Christopher Lee's face when not Obi-Wan, when Emperor says do it. Christopher Lee's face of like shock, like
True.
he
Then you see his head roll to the ground.
that's the most violent moment in this movie.
he
Is- But I love the sound design. It's like a strange like blast of like echoey blast.
he
This is where the fun begins.
this is killing me.
It's okay.
It's like a synonym for like begrudgingly.
He I know what you're talking about.
He like it's like got ease in there. I think he
those words have ease.
put it in the comments below what word I'm thinking. He
Man.
I know what you're talking about. It's okay. It's all right.
All right, next video. I'm gonna Google it after this because my phone's up there.
All right. Scores.
You'll come back with it in the next video.
Hey guys, Anakin blankly killed Dooku.
Okay. Scores for Revenge of the Sith.
Oh me? Oh you go first.
I'm gonna give it A minus.
Me? Oh, me.
Go down in line.
I'm teetering on it. It's so close to like being great. I'm gonna go A minus. It's just misses it just by a little bit.
I don't know. I should have put more thought into this. I was thinking about the word instead.
Do or do not.
I-
There is no try.
Oh, it is Yoda. It's a Star Wars cup, guys. You had no time to read that. You better pause it. It's Better. I still
That
think
hurts
it's
my
flawed.
heart.
I still think it's flawed. I think his turn to the dark side is kind of rushed, kind of bad. The dialogue is still, it's better. It's not great. There are some really great moments. The Anakin Obi-Wan fight probably could have been shorter, but it's overall like,
Shorter.
it's like 45 minutes long.
This is the epic conclusion of this trilogy. You want a
Oh,
shorter
But
fight?
the emotion is there. There's a lot of emotion in the immolation scene. Grief's
The what scene?
Though Anakin gets cooked.
Like a steak, my guy.
There he is. He's still alive.
Have you seen?
How is he still alive?
Have you seen the meme where it's like that? Have you seen like that shot of Emperor like kneeling down next to Anakin and it reads?
Oh, this is gonna be really funny.
It's like, so are you still coming to work tomorrow?
Yeah. I like the it's another problem I thought of. This
Oh my
movie-
god, we're on grading.
It really wants to put everyone in their like A New Hope starting positions. Like Yoda, like, oh, I'm going into exile. I'm going to Tatooine. There's like 20 whole years there. 19, sorry, but
doesn't matter.
But that's what Kenobi's for.
I
And
guess
everything else.
Yeah. All right. Good movie. It's a good movie.
What's your grade?
6 out of 10.
Oh.
It's a good movie. That's a good score.
We can comfort each other. It's
That's a
okay.
positive score. It's still not. It's not quite there.
Is that your certified for fresh score?
6.5. I'll give it an extra half a point
Okay.
because of the one Palpatine's face is in the fight. That specifically.
Stabby.
I do like Palpatine. I do really like Palpatine in this movie. I just like that he's so like unapologetically evil.
Yeah.
I like him in this
True.
movie. He's just like having a great time being like the worst in the Yoda fight.
All right, so that was our crazy long discussion of the prequel trilogy of Star Wars. Thank you all so much for watching. Please look forward to more reviews very soon.
Probably like today.
Honestly, please make sure to hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, and comment down below about your thoughts on the prequel trilogy. And this has been Braden
And Brannick.
And Adam.
from the Movie Fanatics.
Signing off. Adam, come on, you didn't say
Come
it.
on.
Signing
Oh,
off.
there we go.
Ready? All right, signing
All
off.
right.
So see you later, everyone.
Bye. I'm gonna turn off the camera now. Anakin reluctantly kills Count Dooku.
There we go.
Yeah.